Okay, everybody, it has been a day since the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, and after taking some time to think, I really gotta throw in my 2 cents into this whole Nintendo Switch 2 situation. Normally I don't make rant videos like this, but judging by all the attention that my Mario vs. Sonic debunk video from 2019 got, it's obvious that controversy is what gets views on YouTube. So hey, if you disagree with my opinion and want to call me an idiot in the comments, that's totally fine because I'm a monetized channel now, so thanks for your patronage. So let's first start off with the price. $450 for the Nintendo Switch 2 is very overpriced considering the fact that the Steam Deck is currently only $400 and you can find a PlayStation 5 digital console and Xbox Series S for even cheaper than that. Not to mention that, like the Switch 2, the Steam Deck is portable and has access to even more games than the Switch. Honestly, the Nintendo Switch 2 should have been priced at $350 or at the very most $400 to price match the Steam Deck. Meanwhile, the older consoles should have gotten a price decrease. The Switch Lite should have been dropped to $150. The original Switch should have been dropped to $250, and the Switch OLED should have been dropped to $300, while the upcoming Switch 2 should have been $350. I think that would have been a much fairer price, especially considering the fact that the Switch 2 isn't packing an OLED screen. I mean, it's great that the Switch 2 claims to be able to run games at 4K 60 FPS and also 1080p 120 FPS, and it even includes an HDR screen, which is a nice bonus. But why are we going back to LCD? Why didn't they maintain the OLED screen? I feel like in terms of quality, we're taking 2 steps forward but 1 step back here. There's no excuse why the Switch 2 shouldn't have an OLED screen. This just provides Nintendo with an excuse to give us a product with bare-bone features and then allows them to years down the line produce an updated version of the product with features that should have been here since day one. And let's also talk about the big elephant in the room. $90 for cartridges. This is crazy. I mean, $60 was already the standard for the Switch, which is already high in itself. And then PlayStation 5 games raised the bar even more with a $70 price tag. But now Nintendo is going on $90? That's insane, especially considering the fact that the actual game data won't even be on the cartridge. It just serves as a license key to download the game. I know a lot of people are trying to blame tariffs for this price increase, but that's a bunch of BS because the digital games are also overpriced. Digital Switch games can range up to $80, which is still even higher than the PlayStation 5 games. So this is a very scary thought. I mean, if Nintendo gets away with this, then this is opening the gates for other gaming studios to raise their prices as well. This pretty much nearly guarantees the fact that Grand Theft Auto 6 is probably going to be $100. Mind you, in defense of Grand Theft Auto 6, at least Rockstar has a high budget for the game, being $2 billion, so them selling it at $100 is somewhat understandable, especially considering the fact that Rockstar is known to lower the prices of their games over time, but that is not the case with Nintendo. Nintendo is the opposite. They're known to hardly ever give their games a permanent decrease in price. I mean, just look at Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which was a game that's a re-release of a Wii U game that came out in 2014. It's 2025 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe still retails for a full price of $60. That's crazy. I won't be surprised if Mario Kart World on the Switch 2 ends up retailing for $90 in the year 2045. Also, in the Switch 2 Direct, Nintendo was advertising this voice chat feature as some new big innovation. People need to stop praising blaming Nintendo for giving us old features that should have been on the console since day one. I mean, we should have had voice chat and GameCube support ages ago on the original Switch. And heck, voice chat was a feature that was already available 2 decades ago on the Xbox and even the Sega Dreamcast. This is nothing that Nintendo should be praised for. I mean, implementing 2-decade-old features onto their upcoming system, that's ridiculous. And the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour should have been a free game, like PlayStation 5's Astro's Playroom, which was a free launch title. So why should we have to pay for some glorified tutorial that's supposed to serve as a tech demo for the Switch 2? And also, what's the deal with the having to pay to play our old games upgraded? I mean, mind you, PlayStation does the same thing, but unless I'm mistaken, in addition to paying to upgrade our old Switch games onto the Nintendo Switch 2, we also need to have a membership for the Nintendo Switch Online subscription service. So what if we decide to cancel our subscription for a month? Does that mean that we lose our enhanced performance for our old games too? I mean, that's especially concerning considering the fact that the Switch is a handheld console hybrid, so it's very common for people to use the Switch purely as a handheld device and take it with them to places where they don't have an internet connection, so there may be no use for them to have a Nintendo Online subscription service. So if we decide to cancel our subscription, are we going to lose our frame rates as well? That is a very scary thought and downright ridiculous. Imagine having to pay for decent frame rate and performance of old games in 2025. And also, again, in regards to the tariffs, Nintendo clearly knows what they're doing. Again, the tariffs don't affect digital games, but the Switch 2 is coming out at a lower price in Japan. Despite that though, the Switch 2 in Japan is going to be region locked. What's the deal with that? I thought we already got past the age of region locking game consoles. This does nothing to help the customer, it just infuriates us. And there are plenty of games that still remain exclusive to Japan that will never see the light of day in the West, and now we're going to be even further locked out with this Japanese region locking nonsense. All in all, I hope that this turns into a 3DS and PlayStation 3 situation where the game console has a slow start due to the high price, and eventually the company is forced to lower the price of the console to allow more gamers to purchase it. We need to vote with our wallets. We can't allow Nintendo to get away with this. If this was any other publisher, gamers would be grabbing their torches and pitchforks, but because it's Nintendo charging these prices, fanboys are giving them a pass on social media. And if the Switch 2 sells well with these prices, then that will encourage other game publishers to overcharge for their games as well. Grand Theft Auto 6 is now, once again, pretty much guaranteed to be $100 at launch, and not only that, but I won't be surprised if Mario Kart World ends up having paid DLC down the line anyway. I mean, can you imagine paying $90 for a game and then having to pay even more later down the line for DLC? Now, if a DLC Season Pass was included with these $90 games, maybe then the high price would be more justifiable, but as of what it is right now, it is definitely not worth it and is clearly a scam. Lastly, I hate to sound like a hypocrite, but despite all of my complaints, I'm still planning on getting the Switch 2 this year, but purely as an investment for my YouTube channel. As you all can clearly see, the majority of videos on my channel showcase mods for the game Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so once I buy the Switch 2, I plan to put it away and not open it until 2 to 3 years from now, when the Switch 2 inevitably gets hacked and we have a new Smash game for the Switch 2 that I'll be able to mod and upload videos for. Not to mention that once the Switch 2 is modded, I'll have other ways to play Switch 2 games without having to throw down $90 per cartridge, if you know what I mean. And in the unlikely case that the Switch 2 isn't hacked by then, it's not like my Switch 2 will lose value anyway, since Nintendo hardly ever lowers the price of their consoles while in production, with the exception of the 3DS due to, once again, the slow sales at launch due to the high price, which I hope will be the case for the Switch 2. Well, that's my 2 cents. What do you guys think? Are you guys on board for the Switch 2, or are you gonna pass this generation, or just hope for a price reduction like with the 3DS? And please also let me know if you like me covering news in the gaming industry like this. I used to do this back in 2017 before the whole drama on my YouTube channel, but I'd like to get back into this. And once again, if you've made it this far in this video, please be sure to smash that like button and also click on that bell notification so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And also please consider checking out my Shopify store where I'm selling my fantasy romance novel Communicating with the Devil, The Ministry of Shadows for $1.99. And also please check out all the merchandise I have on my store as well. And a quick shout out to my 2 gold channel members, Chaos Kid and Maki Maki. Thank you guys for your support. You're the best. Please consider becoming a channel member to receive exclusive perks such as playing online modded Smash Brothers with me and having priority for getting your video request recorded. Anyway, this was a Faithful Otaku podcast, and I hope you all have a way past blessed day. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, I'm finally back after my channel was terminated due to false copyright strikes. Thank you for your patience and support. Unfortunately, it happened right when I was launching my fantasy novel and online store. Now that the channel is restored, I'm taking new video requests exclusively from those who buy something at my store and leave an honest review and sign up for my email list via the online store chatbot. If finances are tight, I'll be posting a waitlist for a free digital copy of my book. All I ask is an honest review on Amazon and sign up for my email list. This offer stands until I reach 50 Amazon reviews. Thanks again and God bless. Hey you! Yes, you! You like shopping on Amazon, right? Of course you do! Amazon has everything. But you know what I like even more than shopping on Amazon is when my subscribers click on my Amazon affiliate links in the description below. From there, I'll get a small commission from your purchase and we'll be able to put that money into this channel to provide you with more videos for y'all to enjoy. Even if you don't buy the particular product that my link sends you to, I'll still get a commission if you buy something else on Amazon from the same tab. Also, subscribers who make purchases through my Amazon affiliate links and provide proof on Discord will earn mod requests. Thank you for the support everybody, and God bless.